Welcome to the tutorial of renewable energy resources. In the continuation to the previous part of this lecture, in this tutorial we will discuss types of tidal power plants, single basin, single tide scheme, single basin double tide scheme, double basin scheme, site requirements, merits of tidal power plants and limitations of tidal power plants. Earlier we discussed the origin of tides, components of tidal power plants, and now in this tutorial we will discuss types of tidal power plants and their working. So tidal power plants can be classified on the basis of construction of their basin. This basin may be divided in two parts, and this basin can be constructed as a single, means the tidal power plants can be classified as single basin system or double basin system. This basin this this is can further classified on the basis of turbine used. This turbine can produce the electricity while rotating in one direction, and also it can produce the electricity while rotating in the other direction. So in both the directions this turbine can produce the electricity. In some of the cases only one bay turbine is used, and in some of the cases two-way turbines can be used. Means two-way means it can produce the energy while it is rotating in any one of the direction, and in one-way turbine it generates electricity when it rotates in a single direction only. So on the basis of this, these tidal power plants can be again classified as one bay single basin turbine or double basin two-way turbine. So we will discuss them one by one. If we will see the single basin system, as the construction is discussed earlier in the previous lecture, the dam is constructed like, the basin is constructed like this, and in this opening here, this is the discussion of single basin single tide scheme. In this opening we will place a turbine here. This is the turbine and generator, and here we will place a sluice gate, and here is another sluice gate. There are two gates, and in between here is a turbine. Then how will it work? During the low tide, during the high tide, we will these two gates are opened up. These two gates are opened up during the high tide, and water fills up into the basin. And when during the low tide this water goes back to the ocean, these two gates are closed. When this water, consider the diagram like this. During the high tide, water goes through these gates in the basin. Water goes through these gates in the basin, and this basin fills up. When the water level of the basin becomes high, then when it becomes equal to the water level of the ocean, Then during the low tides, the level of the ocean becomes lower than the starts lowering than the level of the basin, and this water goes back to the ocean. When this water moves back to the ocean, these gates are closed. When these gates are closed, this is closed and this is closed, then water passes through the turbine and turbine starts rotating, and this turbine coupled with the generator, and generator starts producing electricity. So in this way we can utilize this water, either this tide, this water during the to rotate the turbine. When this basin becomes empty, also we can utilize this water when the basin filled up. We can opposite the this process. Means we can use, we can rotate the turbine when this water fills up. Like we will close the gate, we will close the gate when water goes in. We will close the gate when water goes in, and this water will pass through the turbine and turbine will rotate. So we can utilize this water either when the basin is filling up, or we can utilize this water to rotate the turbine when the basin is emptying. And also we can utilize this water to rotate the turbine in both the cycles, in the filling up and also in the emptying. So on the basis of this, these plants are classified. Generally we use this water to rotate the turbine when it is goes back into the ocean. Means because at that time we have more water. Basin, this basin is not only filled up due to the tides. This is at the coast of the ocean. There are many reasons to fill up this basin. So this is not only tide to fill up this basin. Some water is stored before the high tide. Means always there are some waters in the basin, and when the basin is emptying, the total water can be utilized to generate the electricity. That's why if we use the time when water emptying from the basin, we have the more water is available. If we use when the water is filled up in the basin, we have less water to use. That's why this is the reason why we are using the water when basin becomes empty, and not using the water when the basin is filled up. We are using returning of the water, not the water which is coming inside the basin. We will utilize the water when it returns from the basin, because at that time the more water is available. So in this way, if we see the total working through a graphical representation, we will see here the water level of ocean and water level of the basin. The solid line shows the water level of the sea, and zigzag line shows the water level of the basin. When the water level of the sea increases, this is like this. When the water level of the ocean increases, the water level of the basin follows the water level of the ocean. Means this water level of the basin also increases very close to the water level of the ocean. And when at certain times both the levels becomes equal, then what happens? The water level of the ocean goes down, and water level of the basin also decreases. But water level of the ocean decreases at a higher rate than the water level of the basin. Here, this is the rate of decrement of the water level of basin, and this is the rate of decrement of the water level of the ocean. This level difference, this difference in the water level of basin and ocean is utilized to generate the electricity. And if we see the complete process, we will see what happens when water level of ocean increases, the water level of the basin also increases. Here the gates are open. Till here the gates are open till this point, when the water level of the ocean and water level of the basin becomes equal. Till the here the both gates are opened, and at this point we will close the gate. When gate is closed, the water have only one way to pass, this is through the turbine only, and this water then starts passing through the turbine, and water level of the basin decreases, and water level of the ocean also increases during this low tide. And again when high tide occurs, this water starts increasing, and both the water levels becomes equal at this point. And at this point again the gates are opened. At this point gates are opened, and then when the gates are opened, the water goes in to the basin, and level of the basin also increases like this with the level of the ocean, and again the same phenomena happens. So when the gates are closed, the water starts passing through the turbine, and this is the point where power generation starts. So if we see the power generation, we will see here when the gates are closed, here the water starts flowing through the turbine, and the generation of the power starts. And again at this point, at this point at this point the gates are opened again, and the water starts passing through these gates and filled up into the basin, and power generation stops here. So we can see in the single basin system, single basin one bay system, there is continuous supply of power is not there. The power is generated only when the both gates are closed and water passes through the turbine. Now we will discuss the other schemes. This is the single basin single tide scheme. Now we will discuss single basin double tide scheme. Its working is same as, but in this case initially the gates are closed. Initially the gates are closed and water passes through the turbine initially, and when this is the point, the water level of the, when gates are opened, gates are closed, the water passes through the turbine, and water level of the basin increases very slowly because the water is passing through the turbine. And at this point, both when the level of the sea and level of the basin becomes equal, the gates are opened up, and then after some time gates are again closed. Here the gates are again closed, and during the emptying of the basin, water also flows through the turbine. Means in the filling up of the basin, the water passes through the turbine. Also in the emptying of the basin, water flows through the turbine. Gates are opened only for a very less amount of time. In most of the time water flows through the turbine. In the filling of the basin, water flows through the turbine. In the emptying of the basin also, water flows the turbine. In both the direction, the turbine generates the electricity. So if we observe in this system, the gates are closed and water level increases here. Then gates are open for a very less period, and then gates are closed again and water again passes through the turbine, and we receive the electricity in both of the cycles, in the filling of the basin, in the emptying of the basin. In both of the cycle we receive the electricity, and and this system provides the energy in both of the cycle. That's why the if we see the diagram for the power generation, we will see here, we will see here the power generation. Sorry, we will see here the power is generated in the both the cycles, as it is seen here, in this cycle also and in this cycle also. And if we observe closely, this power is when this power is generated when the basin is filled up, and this power is generated, this power is generated when the basin becomes empty, in the duration of the emptying of the basin. So which power will be more, this one or this one? As I told earlier, during the emptying of the basin more water is available, so this power becomes more, this power becomes more than the power generated during the filling of the basin. There is another scheme to generate the electricity, which is double basin system for the continuous supply of the electricity. As we can see that in both of the cases, the supply of the electricity is not continuous. Somewhere it is interrupted. It is interrupted in the two-way turbine for a very less amount of time, whereas in the one-way turbine it is interrupted for a longer duration. So for the continuous supply of the electricity, we another scheme can be used, which is double basin system. In the double basin system, in the double basin system, the dam is constructed here, the dam is constructed here, one gate is here, another gate is here, and turbine is placed in this basin. In the middle of the basin is partitioned in two part. There is a partition in the basin. One is called upper basin and other one is called lower basin, because the water level at the upper basin is maintained at a high level, whereas in the lower basin the water level is maintained at relatively low level. Due to this difference in the level, the water flows from upper basin to lower basin through the turbine, and turbine rotates always, continuously rotates and produce a continuous supply of electricity. Means when the water level in this basin is high and water level in this basin is low, then water flows through the turbine and produces electricity. This gate is open, water fills up in the upper basin, whereas the lower basin is empty, and when the level of the water increases above the turbine, the water passes through the turbine and fills up in the lower basin. When the lower basin is filled up, we will open this gate and the water goes to the ocean. Means what we are using is, during the high tide, water comes in this upper basin and it goes through the turbine and it is emptying through the lower basin. Due to this, a continuous cycle always maintained to rotate the turbine, and a continuous power supply is obtained in this case. Like this, we can obtain a continuous power supply, and we can see here the change in water level of the upper basin with respect to the water level of the ocean. This is the graph for the upper basin, whereas this is the graph for the water level in the lower basin. There is a difference, always there is a difference in these two levels. This level difference maintained continuously. Here the difference in levels is there, here also the difference is levels is there, here also there is a difference in level of the both the chambers. So where this difference is higher, the power generated will be high. When this difference in the level is low, the power generated will be low. Means we can see here, that here the level difference is higher, then power generated here will be high, whereas the difference here is very less, the power generated is less. Again, here is a high level difference in level, then power generated is high. This is the scheme of double basin system. Now we will discuss what is the site requirements for the construction of a tidal power plant. First, this is the high tide range. As the tide is high, the generated power will be high. Short length of dam to create a basin of reasonable storage. It is possible at a narrow inlet to an estuary or bay. As I told, always we will select such site where we does not have to use concrete to construct a dam. If it is a estuary or if it is a bay, it is much easier to construct the tidal power plant. We does not have to invest more money to construct a concrete like structure. It is always a way, it is itself a story, which is very easy to construct a sluice gate and install a turbine in the opening of this estuary. So it to save the investment, to save the cost of construction, we always select a site which has a bay or estuary. The other requirement is it should be nearer to the load location, so that it becomes easy to supply the electricity generated from this power plant, and it should be protected from high waves, means tsunami like phenomena, and it should not hamper shipping traffic, means this plant should be located somewhere where it should not restrict the shipping purposes. And these are the merits of tidal energy. It is free from pollution because we are not burning any type of fuel or coal in this system, so obviously it is free from the pollution. It is inexhaustible, and means We are not exhausting anything in it. We are not exhausting any gases, any pollutant from this type of plant, so it is inexhaustible. The other one is the site of the plant can be generally damp at base and its construction does not uproot the villages or disturb the ecology of the place. This is the very important characteristic of this system. This does not causes any type of flood. This does not disturbs the population. That's why it is very important characteristic of this type of system. Other one is no submerging of land occurs while constructing basins. We are not, because we are using this basin at only the coastal plain of the ocean. The any other land fertilize any other land which is fertilized is not engaged in this construction. Its operation is not adversely affected by variations of weather such as failure of monsoon. Tide cycle is always definite. Its function is not restricted by the monsoon, because tide will always occur, because the gravitational pull of the moon is always available to the earth continuously. The tide will occur 2 times at every day in any weather, in any climatic change. The gravitational pull always remains available to the earth. Basin can also be used for fish farming. Yes, this basin can be utilized for the fish farming. Another one is limitations of such power plants. There are many limitations are also there. It can be harnessed only if natural sites are available. Yes, to save the money, we have to choose a site where we have to choose a estuary. We have to choose a site where we does not have to construct the basin. Basin is constructed naturally. So this is the limitation. Where the basin is constructed naturally, we will install such type of system. Its suitable sites are mostly bays, which are far away from the load centers. Therefore, the transmission cost of power is high. Somewhere we have to invest the money. If we are saving in the construction, we have to put it into the distribution of the electricity. Its operation is uneven, as turbines have to work with varying weather, varying water heads. The power output is variable. The power output depends on the level of the tide. In many of the in some oceans, tides not occurs, like in the Mediterranean Sea. It does not experience any tide in whole of the day. It will not experience any even not a single tide. So the water level depends on the how strong gravitational pull is there. The construction period of a dam for basin is long. The basin and power construction is costly. Sedimentation and slit deposition in the basin take place in regular manner, which is costly to be removed. Power output varies with lunar cycle. Sometimes the power output becomes very high, as I told, when sun, earth and the moon lies in the same line. At that time the tide height of the tide is very high, and so the power output is also very high. So this is some basic idea about the power plant, tidal power plants. Thank you.